Greetings all, I'm Dubious Khan, and welcome into the Idiot Box, a showcase of the best, worst, and weirdest that television has to offer. Let's talk reboots. Reboots seem to be everywhere today, from long-running movie franchises to new versions of classic TV shows. If there's a property some executive in Hollywood grew up with, odds are it's going to get a reboot somewhere down the line. But while reboots seem to be everywhere right now, they aren't actually anything new. Reboots have happened all the time, especially when an old property suddenly gets a brand new audience and thus a sudden influx of income. This happened in the mid-90s with the classic TV comedy Get Smart. Created by Mel Brooks and Buck Henry, Get Smart was a half-hour comedy spoofing the super spy genre at the height of the James Bond craze. The show starred Don Adams and Barbara Feldon as the super spy duo of Maxwell Smart and the never-named Agent 99 as they fought the forces of the criminal organization Chaos on behalf of the super-secret government spy agency Control. The show was a hit, running for 5 seasons from 1965 to 1970, starting on NBC and finishing up on CBS. And while the show was canceled, it never really went away, staying in syndicated reruns, getting a major motion picture in 1980 entitled The Nude Bomb, which was retitled for television as The Return of Maxwell Smart, a reunion TV movie on ABC in 1989, and of course its own big-budget movie reboot in 2008 starring Steve Carell and Anne Hathaway. But in between the reunion movie, Get Smart Again, and the 2008 big-budget motion picture, there was another attempted reboot in the mid-90s. One that was spawned when Nick at Night got the rights to the original series and put it into its primetime lineup, and the ratings went through the roof. The Fox network, still struggling to be taken seriously at this time, noticed and immediately rushed into production a brand new Get Smart series, one for the current generation, where we would see Max become the chief of control, 99 become a congresswoman, and their son Zach now becoming a full-grown field agent. This seemed like it couldn't miss. And what happened?
Missed it by that much.
So let's see where this show went wrong. Aside from deciding to cast Andy Dick in the lead role. In the 1995 reboot of Get Smart. Obviously, times have changed for both Control and Chaos since the end of the Cold War. And as we see in the first episode, there's a new leader of Chaos with a new vision for a post-Cold War world.
The goal of the new Chaos? Total world economic domination. There's an indestructible new fabric called Dutracolon. It's worth $50 billion to the Chaos Corporation. We must have it. And no one will stop us.
Yep, Chaos has gone corporate. And with their new leader, the mysterious chairwoman at the helm, they've actually gotten a lot more dangerous than they were in the 60s. And as for things on Control's end, Maxwell Smart has become the chief of Control, and as we see, his wife, the former Agent 99, who is still unnamed and is constantly referred to either by her number or her official title, is now a congresswoman who is in charge of Control's budget.
Yes?
The congresswoman's here.
Oh, send her in.
Max, I just came from my committee. I've got so much to tell you.
Aren't you going to say hello, 99?
Hi, Max. We were in closed session with the president for 4 hours.
99, ever since you won that stupid election, it's been business, business, business.
We all agreed that the new Chaos Corporation poses an economic threat too big to ignore.
You're not going to ask how I am, right?
I'm sorry, Max. How are you?
Don't ask.
Max, we've been through this over and over. I needed to try something new.
But 99, I never get to see you anymore. You're always out of town on my birthday, New Year's Eve. On our anniversary, you went to Norway to give an award to some figure skater.
I asked you to come along.
Oh, come on, 99. You know there's a price on my head in Norway.
Now, in the original series, Max and 99 fell in love, got married, and eventually had a pair of fraternal twins, a boy and a girl. But since the kids kind of interfered with the spy dynamic of the show, they were usually just pushed off to the side, and primarily used as off-camera gag fodder. They weren't even given names. Until now. Meet Zachary Smart, Max and 99's son, who works in Control's research department. But Max has other plans for his offspring.
Forget about that, son. I've got great news for you. Your mother got our funding approved, so you can kiss your job at research goodbye.
Max?
I am promoting you to full agent status.
Really? You mean it? I mean, I have waited so long for this moment. Right now, I am in the sky, and I am floating.
Axme iwe isgas de isthe remember Ray?
Oh, secret code, huh?
Come on, 99. The boy's ready for action.
Like a thirsty zebra.
Hear that? Like a thirsty... What does that mean?
Nothing, Max. It's just Andy Dick trying to pass off uncomfortable weirdness as comedy. And speaking of uncomfortable weirdness, it's time to meet Zach's new partner.
Oh, there you are, 66.
Hi, Chief. The blood broth fits perfectly, Dwayne. Let's go ahead and load it.
What I do for my country.
I've got a mission for you, 66. Have you ever done any modeling?
Would have been a waste of grade A meat if I hadn't.
Yeah, this is Agent 66, and if you don't get the joke, 66 is 99 turned upside down. And that goes in terms of characterization as well as in terms of how the numbers look when you write them down. Where 99 was demure, modest, and self-effacing, 66 is brash, bold, in your face, and because this was on the Fox network in the mid-90s, constantly in skin-tight or revealing outfits.
What exactly is happening here?
We're protecting President Mazabuka, silly.
Between you and me, all night long you've been treating me very... interestingly.
Zach, you saved my life. Today I saw you in a whole new light, a light that is begging to be turned on.
Your earring.
It's gotta come off sometime.
Okay, I like what you're doing, but shouldn't we be thinking about the ring?
Zach, this is so I can love you better if you give me time. Just like cheese to cheddar, I'm what grapes are to wine. No matter how it comes across, if you're the winter, I'm the frost. You're the meatball and baby, I'm the sauce. Baby, I'm the sauce.
Move out of the way, people!
Look, everybody, I'm naked!
And keep in mind, this is not a slam on Elaine Hendricks, who is honestly one of my favorite TV actresses. Given good material, she can turn in a really stellar performance. Hell, honestly, you don't need to look any further than her role as reformed succubus turned fashion designer Roxy Wasserman in The Middleman.
Hate it. Hate it so much I want to gouge my eyes out. Hate it so much I want to gouge your eyes out. Oh, good Lord. They look like the Addicted to Love girls.
Roxy, this was your concept.
It stinks.
We're in a pad load of trouble, Rox.
I'll say, it looks like you're wearing Hitler's smoking jacket. It looks even worse on a girl.
I know.
This, however, is not good material. So the plan is basically this. To keep the Detracolon dress out of Chaos's hands, 66 will model it, thereby being ready for any attempts to steal it. Of course, Zach doesn't make a great first impression on the dress's creator.
I tremble at the thought of your touch.
I'm sorry, pal, but I don't swing that way.
That was the code, remember?
Oh, yeah. My lust for you knows no bounds!
I thought you people were professionals. I never should have asked the government for protection.
He's new.
You better have this under control. I spent 10 years developing Dutracolon. I've got buyers here from all over the world. If Chaos gets that dress...
Mr. Winters, if I'm going to model that dress, you have to trust me. Once I slip it over my creamy white skin, no wiki people will take it away. You're in very, very good hands, Mr. Winters.
I can see that now.
Oh, that's my little goose. Let's get you a weenie. Don't do anything stupid. Put the comma where you like.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell is this? Frank Miller's gritty reboot of Get Smart?
No, you're thinking of Mark Millar's The Secret Service, otherwise known as Kingsman.
Oh, right, thanks. I was beginning... Wait a minute, did you just sneak a cameo into my review?
Who, me? No. Oh, no, that's ridiculous. Of course not. Why would you even suggest such a thing? It's just patently absurd.
Good. Now, where was I? Naturally, despite the plan, Chaos manages to steal the dress and coincidentally give the show an excuse to show 66 in her underwear. After a bit involving the new and improved Cone of Silence, which works about as well as the original Cone of Silence, 66 and Zach report back to Max on their findings.
Dress was stolen by a designer named Lars.
Well, we've got to get it back.
He probably took the dress to his factory. I can get it back, but I should go alone. It's much too dangerous for the boy.
I eat danger for breakfast, baby.
66, you're going to need back. You eat danger for breakfast?
Would you believe lunch?
Don't do that.
Yes, by all means, please, Andy, don't do that. Let the actual comedian in the room do the jokes. Sneaking into Lars's factory, Zach tries a sound effects pen to create a diversion for 66. It doesn't work, so he has this brilliant idea.
Excuse me. Lars sucks.
When did we go from this?
Have you got a good grip, Max? My hands are slipping, Chief. I better wipe them off. Go right ahead, Max.
To this.
That didn't hurt.
Yeah, because that line certainly merited a laugh track. Meanwhile, 66 sneaks around looking for the dress. Or does she?
You. I thought you'd never get here.
Discovering 66's betrayal, Zach tries to get a hold of his father.
Dominoes.
Wrong number.
This is the Chief of Control, Maxwell Smart.
Dad.
I'm not in my shoes right now. If you're calling about the ad for the Common Gear, press 1. If you're calling with top secret information, press 2 and leave a message.
Oh, God! Thanks for that. Yeah, I really needed the image of a naked Don Adams marring my psyche for the rest of my life, show. And predictably, this happens.
That didn't hurt.
Hang on, are you actually trying to turn that into a catchphrase? Okay, granted, one of the hallmarks of Get Smart has been the memorable catchphrases uttered by its characters over the years, but those were actually natural and came out of character and were funny. That didn't hurt just sounds like some pathetic loser trying to pass off his own incompetence. Oh, wait. Just before Zach is drowned in a vat of orange dye, he's rescued by a convenient plant worker. No sooner is Zach conscious than he's off to stop Lars and 66 from getting away. However, things aren't quite what they seem.
Hold it right there. This is Chief of Control. The building is surrounded.
Oh, now everything's ruined.
Dad, we're putting the brakes on your evil little scheme, 66. If that's your real number.
You've got a lot of explaining to do, 66. If that's your real number.
Lars was about to lead me right to his chaos contact. I could have nailed them both.
Ha! Dad, she's lying. She tried to have me killed.
Who do you think made sure Agent Zero was there backing you up?
Feeling okay, Zach?
Zero? Is that you?
Yeah. Although it is difficult finding neck hair on such short notice.
I did call Zero.
Duh.
You're still not off the hook, 66. You were heading for that door with that dress to give to Chaos.
It's not the real dress. I made the switch when the lights went out.
Oh, you may fool one smart, but you'll never fool two, sweetheart.
Well, there's always a first time.
So this is 66, huh? A stubborn, hot-headed, sexually forward loner who pretty much does whatever the hell she wants in defiance of her superior's orders? I mean, good God, did the writers just have a checklist of every cliche involved in the 90s action hero stereotype? Because 66 hits them all. Except for one. The most important one. Actually being likable. Lars attempts to kill 66, but both Max and Zach get in the way, with Zach being the one who takes the bullet.
Is he dead?
We can only hope. Of course he isn't, because he's carrying around the control field manual, which of course stopped the bullet. So the day is saved, and 66 makes up with Zach.
I'd like to apologize for not trusting you with my plan.
Thank you.
But I'm not the apologetic type.
No, of course not, because quite clearly, you've been written as a snobby bitch.
Where are you going?
Skiing in Austria. Don't ask. The Sultan doesn't like it when I bring guys on the jet.
Wait. I mean, we just had a whole mission together, and I don't even know your real name.
It's tattooed somewhere on my body. Since we're partners, I might just let you look for it.
Oh, Jesus. This is Caveman all over again. This version of Get Smart lasted 7 episodes before it got canned, and it's not hard to see why, because the producers of this version missed what made the original work. Yes, when it came to the deductive side of things, Maxwell Smart was an idiot, but that was counterbalanced by the fact that when the action started, Max was actually really competent and could get the job done. Additionally, Max was often aware when he was being a moron or when things were just getting silly. By contrast, Zach is a complete idiot in every capacity. In addition to being a grade A moron, he's completely incompetent in the field, and more often than not only succeeds due to sheer dumb luck or 66 bailing him out. Not only that, Andy Dick and Elaine Hendricks have zero chemistry together. It's almost painful to watch them interact. You get more entertainment value out of the show when the Chaos Villains of the Week show up, or whenever Don Adams and Barbara Feldon are in a scene. And God love the two of them for trying their damnedest to make this new version of the show work. Don Adams and Barbara Feldon slip into their old roles easily, and anytime they're on screen, they not only manage to make this lackluster writing entertaining, but they actually make it funny. It's no coincidence that the only good episode of this show is the 6th, Worst Enemies, which features the return of Max and 99's old nemesis Siegfried, played once again by Bernie Capel, and he too slips back into his role with ease, and it's a delight to see him and Adams go through the same shtick that made their interactions so much fun.
Drop it! So we meet again. Smart. Siegfried, I thought chaos had put you out to pasture.
Those bureaucratic fools. I've overthrown democracies, brought the world to the brink of war, and was a 5-time Chaos Employee of the Month. And how do they show their gratitude? Pfft. No gold watch, no dinner, no well-endowed Fräulein popping out of a strudel. Nothing!
You did get my card, didn't you?
Yes, very thoughtful. Starker and I needed the cheering up.
How is Stalker?
Very well. He has a small shoe repair kiosk at the Heidelberg train station. He married a lovely Chinese girl. Enough. We are former chaos. We don't reminisce here.
As I mentioned, the show lasted 7 episodes before being cancelled, and honestly, it looks like the writing was on the wall even before then, because Andy Dick was already working on news radio before this series had finished its initial run. Now, normally a show like this would be languishing in a vault somewhere, and rightfully so. However, with the release of the 2008 movie, yeah, Sony Pictures went ahead and put the whole thing on DVD, so if you're really curious, you can check it out there. Although, if you want my honest opinion, go watch the original series. You'll thank me for it. I'm Dubious Khan. Join me next time for another trip into the Idiot Box.